Yo, Ankokugai BOSS, and today I'm gonna talk to you about. I'm not gonna talk to y'all about the. Nah, I'm not gonna talk about the. I'm not gonna talk about the white man. Today I'm gonna talk to y'all about the legendary Black Boogeyman. Ooh, scary. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk to you about the legendary Black Boogeyman as it applies to how some of these Japanese people and talk about how they're so scared of black people and how black people are so scary and shit like that. So if you ever like go to Japan and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, and you hear some people talk, like, oh, kawaii, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, scary, that kind of shit. Sometimes it's a little exaggerated, but like sometimes, it's like, ugh, you know what I mean? Like, you get tired of, people referring to you as somebody scary, I think it all originates back to the story I heard about the legendary Black Boogeyman, okay? Now, I first heard about the Black Boogeyman when I was maybe, 15, 16 years old. I probably heard about him even earlier, but I heard about so many other criminals growing up. I ain't even think of this particular character as anybody special, I just hope that I never met him. And so now that I'm twice the age that I was then, I would have thought that by now they'd have caught the Black Boogeyman by now, but apparently they haven't. Furthermore, it seems that he spread his operation nationwide because, when I was growing up, he would only stalk the dark streets of Manhattan, or he would lurk up and down the Deuce, 42nd, and, his description to this day still even remains the same, too, he's a big black man, right? And he carries a bag of bottles, and he targets Japanese people, only Japanese people, and then he bumps into them. Then he drops the bag of bottles on the ground and they all break. When they break, he tells those Japanese people that they have to pay him for the bottles that they made him break. Wow. And most of the time the price that they ask, the boogeyman asks these Japanese people to pay is an exorbitant amount of money that is far more than what the value of those so-called smashed bottles were even worth. Okay? What a criminal. Now, and so, I thought for sure, man, that they'd have caught this dude by now, or they'd have put a stop to this treacherous, evil scoundrel. But, lo and behold, 12 years later, I make my debut upon Japanese society, Osaka, Japan, And then, when I told people I was from New York, the first thing people say is like, oh, this is dangerous. Oh, so dangerous. Oh, scary. Oh, it's dangerous and shit, right? Now, see, I can't dispute that, it might be dangerous, for certain people, right? All right? The Big Apple, it is what it is, dangerous in some places, paradise in other parts. But one thing's for sure, it'd be an injustice to sum up the entire city, just by saying that it's dangerous, So, any case, this would be like 2 years before the fateful, September 11th terrorist attacks, you know what I'm saying, on the Twin Towers, right? So, when I asked, Japanese people, why they felt that New York was so dangerous, they would always say, something to the effect of, oh, I heard from my friend who went there. I heard from my friend, blah, blah, blah. Usually the stories I heard were, that of an incident involved that case of that mean-looking big black man, very scary man, And then when I heard that, I knew right away, man. I knew right away it was him. It was him, the legendary Black Boogeyman. He had struck again, So, so yeah, man. So fast forward another 10 years. All right, I'm up in Sendai, right? For something I was doing up there. Quite far from Osaka. And I hear yet another tale about the legendary Black Boogeyman, and this time he had been in Los Angeles, California. All right. A lady told me that her friend, right, had ventured to America, right? And it was, you know, the same as every other story that I heard, you know, late at night, they were alone. They was on a dark street, right? Right, okay? And they came across the black boogeyman. And what the man did, what the boogeyman did this time, he either, you know, stole all their money or scared them half to death. Whatever the case, the stories all sounded the same. They were so similar, it was almost as if somebody had written a book, story, or article that everybody had read, memorized, and retold over and over again like a folk tale or a legend, okay? Now, whether the actual tale is true or not, I figured this myth out a long time ago. Now, I'm not denying the fact that there's some crafty hustlers out there in this world, and black people can be some of the best ones. You know that scam about the bottles? Yeah, I've seen that done plenty of times, and the victims are not always Japanese. They could be just about any mark or anybody from out of town, okay? You know what I'm saying? Some, you know, bum-ass, you know, hick from, you know, wherever, man, could be a mark, you know what I'm saying, for that kind of shit, right? But, and I'm not going to refute the idea that many Japanese have been victimized in some sort of way by some black people when they, you know, visited the United States. But I can't allow the idea that blacks are the only people who hold the crown for just jacking them up. No, I'm sorry. Just can't do that. Won't happen, you know? So, furthermore, the story about the black boogeyman always seems suspicious to me anyway. Because first of all, what in the hell was they doing out on a dark street in New York or anywhere in America late at night anyway? I mean, you know, think about that for a minute. Although the idea is not thoroughly improbable, you know, you'd have to think about it. If you lived in a big city like Japan, Tokyo, right? You know, and, you know, you came from out of town, you visited, like, say, Tokyo, all right, in Japan. Late at night, there might still be a lot of people, and that's understandable, but there's always a lot of bright lights in the big city. So why in the hell would you find yourself on a dark street in a fucking town that you don't know nothing about, man? You know what I mean? You go to like Tokyo, or not even Japan, but like you go to Paris or London or Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, right? And you wander off the beaten path and you found yourself in a dark alley. How in the fuck did you get there? I mean, what the hell? You trying to take a shortcut, you know what I'm saying, and made the wrong turn at Albuquerque or something? You know, that's weak, man, you know? So, a Japanese person knows or should know his way around a city in his country. And 9 times out of 10, sometimes the motherfuckers don't. But in New York, a foreign place to a Japanese person on vacation, would it not be wiser for her or him to remain close to her or his own hotel rather than wander about listlessly and venturing onto a dark street lest they bump into some unsavory character like the black boogeyman, you know? And you know, hearing several accounts of this almost same story, practically identical in every sense of, you know, identical in nature in every sensitive way, right? I came to the conclusion that, you know, the black boogeyman is just a figment of a lot of motherfuckers' imagination. Word up. Straight up. The brother is an apparition. You know what I'm saying? Like the, you know, the white man. The white man. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, man. That's the real devil. But, like, you know, hearing several accounts of this, you know, like I said, you know, like, it's a ghost. He represents, the black boogeyman just represents what some people want to believe. You know what I'm saying? That's just plain and simple. This can't be broke down no more than that, man. You know what I mean? Look, black people do some fucked up shit in this world, right? But, you know, let's think about it on a grand scale. Man, black people are like the most non-threatening people ever. You know what I'm saying? Look, if a motherfucker steal your wallet, man, he just steal your wallet, man. What, you out like 20 bucks? Whatever, man. You know, even 100 bucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, black man ain't never fucked up no rainforest in South America, man. Black man ain't fuck up the ozone layer. Black man ain't drop no bombs on nobody. Black man don't be no terrorist. I mean, you know, the DC sniper, you know, whatever, right? But, you know, hey, is what it is, you know. But look, black people don't fuck with nobody. I think black people are most dangerous to other black people. The same as Japanese people. Japanese people are dangerous to other Japanese people. So the people who be getting Japanese people in America be like other Japanese people. That's word up, man. Japanese people be bombing, be beating up their own people when they go abroad. Like if you got a Japanese person who live in America, you know what I'm saying, or live there for a long time, he'll beat up, he'll like, you know, like cheat his own Japanese people who came over visiting here. He'll like, you know, try to swindle them faster than, you know, somebody else would, you know what I'm saying? But imagine this, you on a tour with 50 other people just like yourself. You all speak the same language, you all have the same background culturally. Then you go on a vacation to Italy. When you return to your home, everybody around you's been to Italy too, right? So you have no especially new stories to tell because after all, everybody's been to the same place as you. So their attitude might be like, oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah, but I've been there and done that. Yeah. I went to Italy too. Yeah, I saw, the Leaning Tower pizza, whatever, blah. Yeah, I saw the, you know, the Coliseum, whatever. I ate pizza, you know what I'm saying? Blah, 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 right? Everybody did the same thing, right? You know? Well, that's the same thing that goes for the Japanese people who went to New York, you know what I'm saying? Even if another Japanese person ain't never been to New York, they can just about pick up any other tourist book and know what New York has. Oh yeah, the Statue of Liberty, oh the Empire State Building, oh the Circle Line, Madison Square Garden, Central Park, Broadway Musical, Museum, blah, 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 right? And more than likely, you know, been there, done that. If another person has been to New York, right? You know what I'm saying? But if they make up an exciting story about the legendary Black Boogeyman, now that's something that'll catch people's attention for sure, right? You know what I'm saying? That'll make them, like, you know, stand out a little bit, you know? If they got an exciting story to tell, you know? About, like, how they escaped death, you know what I'm saying? Or that, you know, some kind, what better way to get some attention and stand out from the crowd than to tell a story like that? How you courageously fought your way out of a gang of hoods who tried to steal your money. Just like that, that clip I commented on, you know, how Japan views black people, and that bitch, you know what I'm saying, got her wallet stolen by a black brother. She chased him all the way to a alley. And then, you know, next thing you know, you have some mush mouth talking, you know, brothers and shit, man, smacking her with a basketball. And then next thing you know, some faggot homosexual, you know what I'm saying, Uniqlo dude, you know, jump out of nowhere with a cannon, you know what I'm saying, you know, overcompensating, you know what I'm saying, penis and shit, you know, cannon, you know what I'm saying. And he said, shut up or whatever, right? And then everybody, oh, my hero, right? Now see, if the Japanese people could really tell a story like that when they came back home, man, oh man, they'd be have like $1 million, you know what I'm saying, book deals and, you know, all kinds of shit. They'd think about how their popularity would grow, man, increase, you know? So, or, you know, like, if they came to America and they successfully evaded a group of knife-holding thugs and, you know, dipped into a cab at just the nick of time, you know, all kinds of stories. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe they didn't escape. Maybe they just got caught out there by the Black Boogeyman himself and then you were made the victim. You know what I'm saying? You know, whatever story you decided to tell, it was almost always better if you added that the culprit who assailed you was a big black man, right? And the place that you encountered him was always on a dark street late at night, you know? You are certainly sure to stand out in the crowd. And once you tell people those type of stories, you know, unfortunately though, you know, America and black people have to take the blame. But like I said before, and I'm gonna keep saying this too, you know, Japanese people, if they come to America, you know what I'm saying, you know, like, you know, and they tell you, oh, it's scary, yeah, you know, it has a lot of crime and shit. I think the first thing you better tell them is that, well, maybe you ought to be more scared of Japanese people when you go to America, you know? You know what I'm saying? You talk about this dude, Kazuyoshi Miura Kazuyoshi. If he was still alive today, he probably like for you to have thought that it was the Black Boogeyman and his posse who took out his wife in Los Angeles, USA back in 1981. You know, when the Black Boogeyman stone cold blew his wife's brains all over the pavement and decided, oh, Miura, oh man, I'm only gonna shoot you in the leg, okay? Well, I'm gonna shoot your fucking wife in the fucking head though, you know what I mean? It's bullshit. And then Miura told President at that time was Ronald Reagan to make America and Los Angeles safe or whatever, right? Because of that incident, people in Japan thought that America was dangerous. But in a general sense, like if you look at the Kazuyoshi Miura case and you believe that O.J. Simpson killed his wife and her sex pal Ron Goldman, then well, if you believe that, then you can very well believe that Miura hired some killers to ice his wife and wound him to make it look like a random mugging so he could get his insurance money. And he got paid. You know what I'm saying? Alright? You know? Why would motherfuckers just blow his fucking wife's brains out, man? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, for what? You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, just black people, yeah. We just so bloodthirsty killers, yeah. We just kill motherfuckers like straight up, blow. For what purpose? Didn't jack his car, nothing, man. Oh, we just want your wallet, so I'm gonna blow your brains out? Shut the fuck up, man. That motherfucker hired a hitman. You know what I'm saying? You know, of course, the truth is likely never to have come full circle because, you know, Miura took the easy, cowardly way out, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, he covered his tracks by killing himself before that shit could be re-brought to trial. So basically, my fellow friends, you know, the legendary Black Boogeyman, however, still lives on. But as a warning to the Japanese, like I said, I recommend that they keep their eyes out from their own people when they're traveling abroad, man. You know what I'm saying? So the moral of the story is, man, you know, the Black Boogeyman is nothing more than a ghost to a lot of people. He's just some apparition that, you know, like a scapegoat, somebody that they want to exist but doesn't really exist, okay? More often than not, you know what I mean, that person is, you know, Japanese or white, you know what I'm saying? But yo, you know what? I'm gonna be out of here, man. I'm Ghost. Peace.